welcome into this week's edition of the MurriderAthletics.com Coaches Show. I'm Jacob Pumphrey, and I'm joined alongside the head volleyball coach, Coach Steven Gream. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
This past week, earlier this week, you did not play, but the weekend before you had two GAC matches against Oklahoma Baptist and Southern Nazarene. Again, two really tough 5-set losses that just went to the brink, and you saw your girls just compete and compete. Talk a little bit about what you were able to take from those two matches this past weekend.
Well, just like I told the girls, we were right there. We were up 2-1 in both those matches, and ended up losing against two good teams in the 5th set. We did everything that we told them that we had to do. We out-hit them, we out-dug them. It was right there with them in blocks. We served tough. We did everything we could. It was just, again, the unforced errors at key times that kind of cost us a few of those sets, and it ended up being a 3-2 win for them. Both of them are very good teams. Both of them are very talented. They have hitters that rose to the occasion when they were down, and you tip your hat to them. They did a really good job of coming back on us on those. What I take from that is our kids have got heart, and they don't like to lose, and they're just going to keep fighting. And that's what we've done this week. This week is we really worked hard on trying to get through those unforced errors, things we've been working on, and trying to clean up our game a little bit and get ready for this weekend.
You talk about this weekend. You have Southeastern Oklahoma tomorrow night in Durant, Oklahoma, and then you travel to Ada to take on East Central. As far as Southeastern is concerned, they're a spot below. There's still a lot of shifting that could take place within the conference standings with just less than two weeks to go in the regular season. Kind of preview a little bit about what the Savage Storm and what the Tigers, Lady Tigers, bring to the table for these matches this weekend.
Well, like you said, the one thing I like about this conference is everybody can beat anybody on any given night. What I don't like about this conference is everybody can beat everybody on every given night. It's one of the things you got to come bring your A game every night. I don't care if they're below you or above you. I mean, we played the number 2 team and number 5 team in the conference last weekend and had them beat. And then we don't want to take these 2 teams that are below us lightly this weekend either, because they're just as capable of getting wins on us as the top 2 were. Savage Storms, Southeast Oklahoma State, they are coached by a coach that did very well last year. They beat us in the conference tournament last year. They're the ones that knocked us out. They've had to replace some pieces from last year's squad, so they're kind of regrouping from that. I think that's been part of their problem, is just they've had so many different new parts, and it's some things we've had to deal with too. But they went with the freshman route, which is kind of giving them a little more growing pains there. They've got some hitters that are going to hit very well. They do very well in the pins. Their mills do a decent job of keeping honest there. They're going to serve a little bit. They caused us problems last year with their serve. Now their aces per set's not as high this year, but they do serve strategically to try to take things away, like a slide or whatever like that. The main thing we want to do is just keep pressure on them with our serve that we've been doing. They kind of struggle on serve receive a little bit more than they did last year. So we want to put pressure there and try to make it easier for our defense. Our defense has been doing really well. Even in the 2 losses we had last weekend, we had over 210 digs last weekend. So we look for that to carry over this weekend as well. But they just basically camp on their hitters and take away what they want to do and make it uncomfortable for them. East Central is the same way. They had an all-freshman team last year. It kind of struggled last year, and they've kind of carried over this year. We saw them play earlier in the season when we went up there in their tournament. They have good hitters. They have a good setter. They serve pretty aggressive there. Serve receive, again, has been a little suspect for them, but they're constantly improving and doing better there. Again, same thing I just said about Southeast. We got to keep the pressure on them. The pressure's on them because they are fighting for that spot in the top 8 to go to the conference tournament, as well as Southeastern, and the pressure's on them, and we need to keep the pressure on them with our play to make them have those unforced errors that we've been having trouble with ourselves. And if we do that, I think we'll be okay there.
Less than 2 weeks remaining in the Great American Conference regular season volleyball schedule. Lady Mirage are set to compete this weekend in Oklahoma for the last time in 2015 against Southeastern Oklahoma State and East Central. Be sure to check out MurriderAthletics.com for game recaps and other news as the Lady Murriders look to continue to improve their standing heading into the Great American Conference volleyball tournament. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.